Hello and welcome to my channel, Sandra's Homespun Life. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe that I come up with for a low carb version of dressing. Some of you call it stuffing, because I know there's many of us that have to eat low carb and we miss out on that every Thanksgiving, getting to eat that stuffing, because let's face it, there's nothing like turkey and dressing together. So I'm happy to share with you today the recipe that I've come up with, and I believe you'll be pleased with it. So I'll be baking this recipe in the oven at 350 degrees. So I already have my oven preheated and ready to go. So next it's just a matter of throwing the ingredients in a bowl, mixing them up. So the first ingredient that I'm going to add is 2 cups of almond flour. And I just measure out a cupful and shake it down a little bit out of the bag. Okay, next I'm going to add my dry ingredients, and that includes 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning, 1 teaspoon of sage, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So using my spoon, I'm just going to give that a quick stir and get all those ingredients well combined. And if you have any big chunks of the almond flour in your bowl, just go ahead and take your spoon and break those up a little bit. Okay, next I'm going to be adding my wet ingredients, and that is 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1 stick of melted butter. If you decide to try this recipe, when you go to melt your butter, make sure that you've allowed it to cool down, because my next ingredient is some eggs and we don't want those to fight with each other. So I'm just going to take my fork, and I have 4 large eggs here, and I'm just going to beat those up. And I'm going to add those to the bowl. And once again, I'm going to use my spoon and stir and mix this really well until it's nicely combined. Now that I have that mixed real nice, next I'm going to add 1 cup of celery, and I've diced these pieces kind of small. And then 1 cup of diced onion, and I've diced those small as well. And then my final ingredient is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese. Now this isn't the fine shred, this is just your regular shred mozzarella. And that mozzarella is going to help give body to this recipe. So I'm going to take my spoon and mix again. Okay, I have everything mixed well, and I have a nice batter, and it's all ready to go. So for my next step, I've taken a deep welled muffin pan. These are a little deeper than the typical muffin pan, and I've lightly sprayed those with some vegetable oil spray to keep these from sticking. And from there, I'm just going to evenly spoon this mixture over into the 6 cups of the muffin tin. So I typically put just a little in each cup, starting out. And then what I'll do is follow up and go back and add a little bit more to each tin. And I just keep doing that until I have all of my batter out of the bowl and divide it up between the 6 cups. Now that I have my batter evenly divided amongst the 6 muffin tins, I'm just going to take the back of my spoon and slightly smooth each one of those little tins of batter down. Okay, now I have this ready to go in the oven. I'm going to bake it for about 25 and 30 minutes. And I know you look at this and you're like, well, that's going to be muffins. Yeah, they're going to bake as muffins. But when we go to serve this or eat it alongside our turkey, we take a muffin and we crumble it up to the texture to resemble like a normal stuffing would be. And from there you can eat alongside your turkey, or if you want to eat it in the muffin form, that's fine. But my intentions is to crumble it up and put a little bit of turkey gravy over top of that and drizzle it. It's going to be delicious. So I'm going to get these in the oven and I'm going to allow them bake, and once they're done, I'll bring you back then. Okay guys, my stuffing flavored muffins are out of the oven. I allowed them to bake 30 minutes until they were nice and golden on top. So for my next step, I'm just going to take a little rubber spatula and I'm going to go around each one of these muffins and then place them over on my wire rack and allow them to cool. So there we have it, stuffing flavored muffins for your Thanksgiving meal without all the carbs and no guilt. So from here, I'm just going to allow these to cool. I'm going to get the rest of my dinner cooked. Of course, I don't have my turkey cooked today, but I'm going to fix some baked chicken and stuff to have these as a side. And it's going to be a great meal. So I thank you all for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a try. I hope you'll enjoy it. And until next time, guys, bye and happy Thanksgiving.